How did the pandemic disrupt learning for America's more than 50 million K-12 students? For 2 years, that question has felt immeasurable, like a phantom, though few educators doubted the shadow it cast over children who spend months struggling to learn online. Now, as the third pandemic school year draws to a close, new research offers the clearest accounting yet of the crisis' academic toll, as well as reason to hope that schools can help. But really, this should surprise no one. Most schools had little to no experience with remote instruction when the pandemic began. They lacked teacher training, appropriate software, laptops, universal internet access and, in many cases, students lacked stability and a supportive adult at home to help. Even students who spent the least amount of time learning remotely during the 2020-21 school year, just a month or less, missed the equivalent of 7 to 10 weeks of math learning, says Thomas Kane of the Center for Education Policy Research at Harvard University. Much of that missed learning, Kane says, was likely a hangover from spring 2020, when nearly all schools were remote and remote instruction was at its worst. Kane is part of a collaborative of researchers at Harvard, the American Institutes for Research, Dartmouth College and the school testing nonprofit NWEA, who set out to measure just how much learning students missed during the pandemic. And notice we're saying missed, not lost, because the problem is that when schools went remote, kids simply did not learn as much or as well as they would have in person. We try not to say learning lost, because if they didn't learn it, they didn't lose it, explains Ebony Lee, an assistant sub.